Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror film reviews, ratings, rankings, and rumors. Now for your hosts, Danny, Joel, and Katrina.
Oh, yeah. This is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I'm here with Creature Katrina.
Ooh, okay.
And we got Jungle Joel.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in
Welcome
the jungle
to the
now.
jungle. All right. So we are going to get into the jungle, or the forest, I guess.
Yeah,
And we're going to talk about the 2024 film, The Watchers. So, Joel,
brand new movie.
Can you tell us who's a part of it?
I can. I might be able to do that.
Right.
This stars Dakota Fanning. She was in Hide and Seek way back in the day.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Coraline, and she was in War of the Worlds. And next year she's going to be in a movie called Vicious, which is a horror movie. From the director and the writer of the last, no, not the last one, but the first two Strangers movies.
Okay.
Yeah. So I might be one to check out.
Yeah.
And then we got Georgina Campbell. She was in Barbarian just a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Bird Box Barcelona, which I'd never watched, the sequel to Bird Box that was on Netflix. And King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. And also she's going to be in a horror movie next year called Psycho Killer.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. And then we have Olwen Fourere.
She's the older lady.
The old lady, yeah.
I'm getting tired of her.
I know she's the three movies I mentioned, like we've already reviewed two of them: Tarot, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, and The Northman, which I don't think it's a horror movie, but it came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
She has such a distinct look.
Yeah, she does.
I'm done with her.
Okay.
She's so boring.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to hear what you thought of this movie.
She's like one of the main characters.
Yeah.
There's only like four main characters in this movie, but this was written by Ishana Shyamalan, M. Night's daughter. She wrote 10 episodes of Servants, and that was it. There's nothing for her like upcoming either for like writing or directing. So I don't know what's going on.
I guess she'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
It was directed by Ishana Shyamalan. She did 6 episodes of Servant, directed. So, and that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Let me get back on that show. That show was kind of interesting, at least from what we saw.
Yeah, that was the Apple one.
The
Apple
one with
TV?
the baby.
Apple TV.
Yeah, with the baby doll.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so a young artist gets stranded in an extensive, immaculate forest in Western Ireland, where, after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers, stalked by mysterious creatures each night.
Oh man!
Whoa!
Wow. That's intense.
All right. So, Katrina, can you tell us what people are saying?
Yeah, it is brand new, so not a whole lot of reviews to go off of. It's going to change.
Yeah.
There's only 151 reviews on for the critics for the tomato meter, but it's got an 88% on the tomato meter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
Whereas for the audience score, it's at a 67%.
That's pretty good.
It's still not bad. It's still decent.
Yeah, but a good difference.
Yeah.
88.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
20% difference.
Yeah. And then IMDb has it at 6.3.
Wow, that went up.
Wow. Yeah, it did. It was like a 5.8, I think, last time I saw it, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's about 43,000 reviews already.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
this one might make quite a bit.
Yeah, we'll
money.
see. Now I don't usually do this on our reviews, but it's interesting because you have those two ratings, and then you've got the audience rating summary on just Google, and it has a 3.6
out of 5.
out of 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
So
out of 5.
it's like straight midline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to stay away from spoilers as usual. We'll do spoilers for Patreon members after we give our rating. So you're going to want to go to patreon.com/scaretalk and sign up there to become a member. And you also can try it out for 7 days for free. And just kind of check it out, see what we have on there for you guys. All right. So the Watchers. Joel, what were you kind of thinking going into this one?
Going into it, I don't really like the trailers looked interesting. It didn't look that scary. I don't know. I wasn't sure like how on like the horror meter how high this was gonna go for like scares and everything. I was very interested to see what M. Night's daughter's first movie was gonna look like, because she wrote and directed this one, and this is actually based on a novel too. So this is an original story by her.
Oh, so, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And so this was a different one for me. It's just I think her directing and writing was good in this. Overall, I liked the cinematography. I liked the landscapes of Ireland. And yeah, I liked a couple of the characters. I don't really care too much about Dakota Fanning's like backstory that she had with her as a kid and everything. I don't really think that story went too far in this movie. But I like the idea of it more than I like the movie. I don't know. It's a really weird. I like the first like up until you get to the third what do they call it?
Third act.
Like act.
The third act, yeah. The third act of the movie kind of gets weird. Gets a lot weirder than the first two acts were. And yeah, it kind of took me out a little bit, but at the same time, you kind of have to explain what these things are. So
yeah,
it's kind of like necessary, I guess. It was just a weird movie. I think I don't know. I still don't really know how I feel about it right now.
Yeah,
because I just saw it yesterday from the time of recording this, so I might need to like watch it again to really like determine where I stand with it. Because right now it's weird. I don't know. Maybe you guys saying something will won't make me go one way or another. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think, Katrina? Going in and
going into it, I knew what the movie was. Like I could just picture the people standing there, like in the little room in the forest.
Yeah.
But I couldn't like remember what it was about, I don't know if there was even a clear understanding of what it was about. So I didn't really know what to think going into it. I knew that it was something that we were looking forward to because you guys had talked about it being like M. Night's daughter.
Yeah.
And I was curious to see, like, is it going to be some of M. Night's good stuff, or like similar to like some of his good stuff, or similar to some of his
not so good,
not so great.
Yeah.
I think after watching it, like, I feel like the beginning, like, I really felt like we just reviewed The Birds, and I felt like, I wonder if his daughter like is really inspired by that movie, or like likes that movie, because it really felt very similar in some ways to that movie. And they had the whole bird stuff going on with the movie. And there were little parts that felt so similar, like her having her bird, and then the birds that would alert them, and then like come down every once in a while and like, you know, kind of be the jump scare. And then just the kind of slow burn at the beginning, like that slow, I mean, there was like a jump, like not a jump, but like a grab at the beginning, like a part that okay, this is okay, I'm excited for this. And then it got real slow for a while. And I feel like that is kind of similar. So the style felt very birdish to me. At the same time, I'm very similar to where Joel's at with it. Like, I'm going to need to see it again. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So disclaimer, I did fall asleep. It was a slow beginning, and it was very dark, like very you know, whenever movies aren't very bright, it's kind of hard to stay awake. Plus we saw it kind of late, and saw like a total action fun movie before that, and so then it was like, oh, okay, this is like the lull to the night. And so I did fall asleep at the beginning, or not the beginning, but like midway maybe. And then I woke up at the end. And so for me, the end was like, okay, action, finally, like it picked up a little. And because I got to see it all come together at the end, then I kind of appreciated the end more than the beginning. I agree with you, Joel, on like her backstory too. Like, I appreciated the backstory. I could tell there was something big there, but it didn't add to the movie. It didn't add to the story. So like, I didn't know why it went, you know, what the purpose of it was. So there we are.
All right. Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. Like you guys said, I was interested because it's a Shyamalan family member. And it kind of had like some, like Us, like the movie Us, kind of felt like it was going to have some similarities with the reflections and the but then it also kind of felt like it was going to be like A Quiet Place, where it was like creatures, and then there was a movie that we haven't seen yet called Arcadian or something with Nicolas Cage that came out earlier this year. That is basically like you have to go inside at nighttime because the creatures come out at night. So I was like, okay, it's kind of a similar idea to that. So, you know, what I was interested in is like, is there going to be a twist? How are the characters going to be? Things like that. I thought Dakota Fanning did well. Haven't seen her in anything in a while, and I thought she did good. The other characters were fine. Like I said, the older lady, I'm just kind of tired of seeing her, and I feel like she has no personality in any of the movies. At least 3 now that I've seen that I can like picture or point her out.
Her personality is like being very stoic.
Yeah, which okay.
which is
Yeah.
Which is
a
just boring.
non-personality.
Yeah. And I get it. There's like a place for that, I guess. But I don't know. I don't like her version of that in any of the movies. And maybe I'm just kind of like done with her right from the beginning because of Texas Chainsaw 2022. She was supposed to be like the survivor of the original, and so she was supposed to be a big character, but
And then she wasn't.
was like really lame in that movie.
Yeah.
So
I think that was the better of the three, though.
that movie was,
Yeah.
But
And-
just seeing her,
Yeah.
it's like, ugh.
Mhm.
So, anyways, the characters were fine. The story was interesting. It went a lot more into like folklore than
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting it to,
Mhm.
which I guess is like Irish folklore. I don't know. I've never heard of this story of these things in the forest and all that.
Mhm.
So, I thought there was gonna be more of like a deeper meaning behind it, which I think there are pieces to it that maybe can be metaphors for certain things, but I don't think it was collectively very you can take little parts and kind of
Mhm.
apply that to something, but not as a whole movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really, as a whole movie, it's really about the folklore and all
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
which I have no experience with. And, it sounds interesting, but this is kind of just like I guess, just a generic version of whatever that folklore is. It wasn't super interesting.
Yeah.
There was somewhat of a twist at the end, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And I did like that. I thought the ending was kind of exciting.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think I'll leave it there.
There we are.
Yeah.
Once we get
Special
to
effects
spoilers,
weren't
we'll have a
very
little
good.
more.
But
Yeah. Some
it
of
was a
the
little
effects were
bad.
not that great. Yeah.
And I like how you mentioned the birds because M. Night's biggest inspiration is Alfred Hitchcock. So maybe that's
okay.
yeah.
So maybe
that's-
his daughter grew up kind of watching those movies.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Grew up watching Hitchcock and grew up watching his movies probably, and
Yeah.
so you get inspiration from Hitchcock and M. Night, and so it's kind of like a similar style.
Yeah.
I kind of wish she had gone her. I know it's hard. It's her first movie, and she's got her dad's legacy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
To like do your own thing, go your own way. Maybe, hopefully, she'll do that in the future. We'll see like a because this movie is going to be compared to M. Night's.
Yeah.
I would assume M. Night's first movie, which was The Sixth Sense, which is a very hard bar to beat.
Yeah.
So, or just M. Night in general, because I think if I was gonna relate this to any M. Night movie, it would probably be Lady in the Water, which was like M. Night's like bedtime story kind of thing. It's like it's his like folklore type of
the
type
like
of movie.
mermaid movie.
Yeah. It was weird, but I enjoyed it. But
I was thinking The Village at first. I was
yeah,
kind of thinking The Village, but The Village was better than this.
Wait, is that an M. Night movie?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which I hated the first time I saw it, but grew to like it. But yeah, so I'm hoping in the future, if she decides to make more movies, to like do her own thing and not make it look like an M. Night movie.
Mhm.
Because even
Well,
M. Night's
an
kind of
original
going out of
story.
his an original story. Because I mean, based on M. Night's newest movie, he's kind of going away from his style also. Because Trap doesn't feel like an M. Night movie to me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So that's going to be interesting too. But yeah, so I mean, for a first time movie, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is based on already existing story. So I want to see what an original Ishana Shyamalan would be. So
Yeah, definitely.
I like that name, Ishana Shyamalan.
Ishana, yeah. Ishana
cool.
Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, Ishana Night Shyamalan.
So she's a junior almost.
All right, so let's go ahead and rate it, and then we'll get into spoilers. So, Katrina, let's start with you.
I'm just gonna give it a solid 70.
70. All right, Joel, what you got?
I'm similar to that right now. This might change with future viewings, but like a 75, I'm going to give this one because I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm going to go 77.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I liked it a little more than you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, not great, not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of there.
Like,
PG-13. We didn't mention that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
that.
you know, any of the violence or whatever, which there is a little bit, is not not very extreme or anything. And yeah.
Did you guys feel like it felt scary at all?
There were a couple jump scares, I think.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I'd say maybe toward the end it got like suspenseful, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say scary though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one time that I jumped. I remember jumping. I don't remember what it was, why it was.
Yeah, you jumped because you.
But I was falling asleep. Yeah, and then something happened.
Your dream scared you awake.
So okay.
All right. Cool.
All right. This has been scary.
How's it though?
I don't know.
Come on and join us over on Patreon for some exclusive spoilers.
Yeah. Patreon.com/ScareTalk. Go over there right now. All right, bye.